The reason for me buying the GSX650F was because I wanted an all-round bike that pretty much ticked all the boxes. I wanted a bike that I could sort of commute on. I wanted a bike that I could do some touring on, maybe strap some luggage to, and then also a bike that I could have fun with in the twisties. I wanted a bike with a bit of fairing on it to protect me from the elements, and the bike had to be comfy. And the 650 ticked all the boxes purely because it's a budget bike. So I was looking on Auto Trader and I didn't want to spend any more than £2,000 for my first bike. If you looked at MCN, Motorcycle News, and look at their top 10 sports tourers, the 650F comes in at about number 3. And for what was brand new, a £6,000, £7,000 bike, brand new, I thought, you know, ideal. It's more than adequately suited my needs. She's done really well, you know. She's easy to maintain, the parts are cheap. Been a fantastic little bike, and she still is a fantastic little bike. Like I say, I plan to do the tour up to the top of Norway on it, and I think she's more than adequate for that. More than adequate. She's a fantastic bike for taking down roads like this, bend after bend. When I went down to Flekkefjord on my other video, I was just loving the roads up there. And this bike was just eating up the miles down there, soaking up the bends. So comfortable. I mean, the suspension's not too saggy. She's got a really, really comfortable plush seat, and you can spend hours in the saddle and not feel the bones of your backside, you know. The engine's lovely. It's punchy. It pulls. It's really sort of low down torque on it, and it'll rev all day long. I mean, look, it's not redlining until like 12,500, 13,000 revs. No, it's not going to break any records, you know, for speed and stuff. Like, drop it down into third, drop it down into second. Straight up through the gears, no problem at all. You don't need to rev it. Like they say, most 600s you need to rev it, you know, and maintain high-end revs on a 600 in order to get any sort of thrill out of it. This you don't. You can sit quite easily around the 5,000 mark. Granted, the power doesn't really kick in until you hit that 7,000 rev mark, but when it does, it pulls, you know. It's more than adequate for what I need at the moment. More than adequate. I love the dial sequence at the beginning when you turn the bike on. I love the sporty white analog tack and the digital speedo. Change that to kilometres and miles an hour. I don't know whether I mentioned before as well, the motor that you get on the back end for the exhaust. It is huge, right, monstrosity. So that came off straight away, put a little Scorpion on there, still give that sporty note, and there was a lot lighter. I mean, I think the exhaust itself weighed 5 to 10 kilos. I've basically put on there the 12-volt switch, heated grips, just to sort of make it a bit more comfortable, and I've also put the double bubble on. Looks a bit dated now, but she still looks the part. She still looks nice from the front end. When you get round to the back end, there's like a kind of thinness to the bike, really. So the 650F, pretty good all-round bike, touring, commuting, and for throwing about the twisties. The only thing that lets her down is the weight, and she is a heavy bike. 250 kilos for a 600 is a heavy bike. She's a bit of a lump, and that means that she's planted throughout the turns, and it gives you confidence in the bend. However, you're having to work hard at the steering. But for the price, I mean, you can pick these up now for a couple of grand, and they're an awesome bike. if you want a sports tourer on a budget, then this is the bike for you, definitely.